Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be looking at the Pioneer DDJ-REV1 and why I think that this controller is on par or maybe even better than the Rain 1. Stay tuned. Yup, I said it and I actually mean it. I'll give my thought process on that a little later. For now, just a little overview on this controller. It's the first of its kind. It's the first battle style entry-level controller coming from Pioneer, and it's actually the replacement for the SB series. I had the SB3 and I actually love that controller. It was nice and small and compact, and going from the SB3 to this, it was a seamless transition. And I love to scratch and stuff, so this was ideal for me, and it was actually a step up from that controller. I had a gig last weekend and I used it. Everything worked perfectly. Very easy to navigate through and very straightforward to use. Now, the DDJ-REV1 only retails for $260 US and $360 here in Canada. Great value for your money for what you're getting. Now, it comes pretty much standard with all the regular features that an entry-level controller has. There are a lot of standout features that you would find on this controller that you won't find on any other entry-level controllers, such as the jog wheels. The jog wheels are nice and big, 5.2 inches to be exact, and they have a good weight to them, good resistance, and they're perfect for scratching. I wish I had this controller when I was learning how to scratch. Yeah, it would have made it a lot easier. I love how this volume section, this fader section, has a lot of room in it. It's made for scratch DJs, right? They had that in mind. They also have the effects paddles, which you normally would see in the higher end mixers, the S11s, the S9, S7. So that's really nice to have. They also have the pitch faders. The pitch faders are actually 30% bigger than the entry-level controllers, the SB series. So you have a little bit more to play with. Also, there is different functions on the pads. There's tracking. So when you engage tracking, you can actually do some cuts. It'll do some cuts for you. It's kind of like a feature like how there was a scratching button that you would press on the SB3 where you can scratch, and it's actually a tool to help you to scratch, right? So it's a cool feature to have on there. Another thing on this that is different is that the microphone on the back is 1/4 inch, and when you're doing live streams and if you're talking on the actual microphone, you can actually hear it as well and record it with your voice on top of your DJ set. So that's cool for live streams and live performances if you're recording and stuff. So that's a first. It also has the scratch bank feature that you can pull up your favorite scratches and save them within the software, and it's not something you typically see on a entry-level controller, so that's pretty cool. Now, if you're still here with me, you haven't gone anywhere yet, please make sure to smash that like button down below and make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Alright, helps me out a lot. Now, this being face value a 2-deck controller, it's actually a 4-deck controller. If you can see on the top left and the top right, there's deck 3 and deck 4, which can be enabled if you're pressing the button, and you'll be able to switch from this channel 1 and 3 and 2 and 4. Now, the build quality is plastic, but then all Pioneer controllers are made of plastic. Bruh. It's a good quality plastic though. 99% of us are going to be carrying it along in a flight case or some sort of bag to protect it anyway, so it'll last a long time just as long as we protect it. So the DDJ-REV1 comes native with Serato DJ Lite right out of the box. So you can go to the website and download Serato DJ Lite. Now, Serato DJ Lite is very limited to a lot of the functions of the software. So it is recommended if you're to take this DJing career to the next level. You want to download the full version of Serato DJ Pro so you can get all the functions, not be held back with limited capabilities. There is also a 14-day trial to try out Serato DJ Pro, the full version, if you choose to, right? So you can test it out and see if it works for you. Now, of course, this being an entry-level controller, it's USB powered. Just plug it into your computer and you're good to go. Okay, now let's take a closer look at this controller. Let's go. So here's the Pioneer DDJ-REV1 performance controller. Right off the bat, you can see these jog wheels. They're large for a small controller. They're actually bigger, a little bit bigger than the SB series. The up faders are nice. There's a little bit of stiffness to them. The crossfader is nice and loose. It's not a Magville or Innofader, but it's pretty good. We have your play and stop functions here. You have a cue at the front here, front left. We have your headphone jack. You have your master here for volume. And of course, because they made the jog wheels a little bit bigger, they actually move the pads to the center, so it mimics one of the high-end DJM mixers. Because the jog wheels are bigger, they had to make the pads a little bit smaller, right? So they're small, but they do the job. Clicks nicely. I don't know how long they'll last, but they do the job. You know, there's hot cue, auto loop. There's a tracking function actually here. The sampler here, you can put your own samples. And if you press down shift, you can put scratch bank. You can have your favorite scratches, transform, you have roll, you have beat jump. So a lot of cool functions for an entry-level controller. If you move on up, the EQs here, they're full kill EQs. So if you turn them all down, they kill the sound right out. There's filters, high pass and low pass here on both sides. There's the trim, of course, and then if you look in the center, you have your effects levers, and you can have up to 3 effects going at the same time if you want. You can control the depth of the effects too here. You have the load functions right here. You have a knob to search right there. Of course, you have your pitch faders here on the top, which mimics a turntable 90 degrees, right? So it's perfect, and it's a lot longer than typical entry controller faders too as well. So you have more to work with your mixes, right? You have the auto loop functions. You can half it, you can double it. You have the sync button. There's deck 4 here, deck 3. You have your master level here. And then on the opposite side, you have your headphone level right here. It actually came with a USB cable, of course. It has RCA outs, and of course you have the mic input as well. Yeah, that's the DDJ-REV1. Let's test it out. Alright guys, I hope you like that overview and quick look at the Pioneer DDJ-REV1. Now there's a lot to love about this controller, and I love it a lot, but there's a few gripes that I have about it as well. First off is the build quality. It's only plastic, but what do you expect? Even the pro level controllers from Pioneer are plastic, right? So can't be too picky. The second one being that the headphone input is only 1/8 inch, so you don't have the choice of having 1/4 inch or 1/8 inch. You only have 1/8 inch. next one is just the way to navigate through the 4-deck control. It's pretty hard going from one deck to another because there's only 2 channels as well, right? So going from one channel, it's just hard to go back and forth through it. But at least it's there. 4-deck control is at your fingertips through an entry-level controller, so that's pretty awesome. Those are my gripes. Now the question you guys have been waiting for, why do I think this is on par or maybe even a little better than the REV1? Well, honestly, I have the REV1, so I speak from experience, and I've been comparing the 2 controllers, honestly. And first off is the price, right? The REV1, 1,500 US and 2,000 Canadian, so this is only a fraction of the price, less than a quarter of the price, honestly. So you're saving almost like 75–80% just getting this controller. It has a lot of the same features. It has the effects paddles and onboard Serato software effects, and you can trigger the same effects through here. Another thing about this is it has a couple of other features on it. Tracking feature. REV1 doesn't have a tracking feature. It has actually the sampler and the scratch bank feature as well on this machine. So the same thing on the REV1 has those features. So the only thing it doesn't have, this machine, is spinning platters. Yeah. So other than that, it's basically the same machine without the spinning platters. Same thing, same features, same pretty much everything. This is actually battle style layout, so I actually prefer it, but why not, right? A lot of pros to this machine. Save almost 80% getting this than that. Which one would you rather get? So I totally recommend this machine. That's why for beginner DJ, if they want to learn how to scratch, right? If you guys want to get into turntablism, it's the perfect machine to scratch for. They made it specifically for scratch DJs as well, right? So if you want to make that transition into turntables in the future, it's in battle style. It'll be an easy transition to upgrade. And for the professionals, I recommend this as well. So if you've been on turntables already, it's in battle style already, so you're right at home on this. So for professionals, for a backup controller, it's perfect for that. So that's it. Yeah, that's my review and an overview of the Pioneer DDJ-REV1. Really love this controller. It's a great controller. Let me know what you guys think about this controller. If I missed anything, let me know down in the comments. Don't forget to smash that like button and that subscribe button if you haven't already. A lot more DJ reviews coming in the future. So this is DJ9 signing off. Later, guys. Hoo-yah!